The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The sports in a couple seconds here on why the women's Olympians are going to revolt and not compete this year. We'll talk about that in sports. Also, but after that, the Black Keys tickets coming up in Clash with Kenzie trivia contest. We got it back to 710. Back in there.
Wow.
We moved it to 810 for a while. Now it's back to 710. Black Keys tickets coming up. Just make sure on the phones for that. And highlights of your weekend, people checking in. Katie in Algonquin. My highlight is my husband and I put an offer on a house, and it was accepted.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Seems so hard that the possibility of getting a house anymore or a condo or whatever just seems impossible.
Once you have it, it's a never-ending thing. It's never-ending.
Are you saying we should keep renting, me and Megan?
Honestly, sometimes I feel that way. Like, as somebody with a home, maybe I should just rent it. Like, this is just such a pain in the ass.
It is a weird thing because everybody that has one says those kind of things, and people like me and Megan are like, we're just throwing money out the door with rent because we can't afford a house where we want to get it.
Trust me, the money still gets thrown out the door.
It's still out the door?
Because if you think about it, like, we had a lot of furnace issues this year. The amount we spent fixing furnaces, which you guys would never have to pay for.
Yeah.
Because you're renting.
Right.
So at a certain point, and that feels like it's thrown out. Like, you're not paying for, like, certain appliances and fixes.
Yeah.
And we always have to fix something in the house.
Ugh.
Always.
All right, we're going to stay renting then.
I know.
I'll live in a box.
I swear, we broke a handle on our island. We did not build our house, okay? We broke a handle. I don't even know how this happened. It split in half. It was like a little bar handle. And my dad was over because I just had the baby. And he was like, oh, I'll glue it back together. He goes, but also, like, just look up a new one. Maybe they're like $20 at Home Depot, and I'll just, like, put it in for you. Great. Looked it up. It's an $800 handle. I'm not spending that. We're going to put... I don't care what we put on that. It's going to not match everything else. We glued it back together.
Is it made of diamonds?
I don't understand. It's like, well, it's handcrafted. I'm like, I don't care. Craft it by something else. Use something other than your hand.
It's not your dad's house. He doesn't care. He wants to go get you the best one.
I'm like, oh my God. He goes, well, it's the closest match. I go, I don't care. Yeah. I don't care if you buy a pink one. I'm not paying $800 for that.
Yeah, put a rope on there to open the thing up. $800.
Yep.
So, highlights of the weekend. That's awesome, Katie. Hope it goes better with your kitchen island than it does with Kenzie's.
Oh, God. Look out. For all the handles, treat them delicate.
Yeah, Case, what was the highlight of your weekend?
Oh, I watched the 5-part, almost 7-hour OJ Simpson Made in America documentary. I got home from work on Friday, and I told my girlfriend, I said, here's the thing. When somebody famous dies, I like consuming as much of their content as I possibly can. And there's this OJ doc that's been on the back burner for me for a few years now. I'm watching that this weekend. And then we had a great weekend reliving the horrors of his life.
Huh.
It's an awesome documentary. It's on Netflix now. I actually did not know that. I bought an ESPN Plus subscription just so I could watch this. But it goes through his entire life and the murder trial and then the memorabilia heist, the entire thing.
So it was the first 80-degree day in 6 months, and you watched the 7-hour OJ documentary.
I watched 5 hours of it on Saturday alone. Never went outside.
Oh.
Did you ever watch the show about OJ?
No, not the FX one. The People versus OJ Simpson. Yeah, I never saw that.
Where Ross is the lawyer.
Yeah.
And Cuba Gooding Jr., is he OJ or Johnny Cochran? Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in that, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember it being really good. I watched that. The Versace one, too, was awesome. Did you ever watch that one?
I did not see that one.
Ooh, very good. Watch that next case.
Well, huge arc of Chicago in there with that guy who killed him, Andrew Cunanan, if I remember the name right, who killed Versace.
Yeah.
And he went through Chicago and killed somebody. Then he went through down to Florida.
He killed a lot of people. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But he was pretty busy. Pretty busy guy.
What was the highlight of your weekend, Kenzie?
I went to a mother-son dance with my oldest son, Tristan, at his school, which was so fun. Crazy night out since the baby. It was our first night out, and we had a good time. It was a masquerade ball. And he took off his mask in 4 seconds. We got no pictures with it. It was awesome. But we had a lot of fun, and we even got milkshakes after from Steak and Shake. So things got pretty wild.
Was he just, the mask was itchy and he said, screw this mask?
I don't know. We got there and he goes, I don't want to wear the mask. I'm like, well, okay.
I feel him. I've tried this before, that I broke up with a girl because she wanted me to go to a masquerade ball. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And not that it was going to go anywhere anyway. There were other reasons. There were other issues. But I was like, a masquerade ball?
Why is that a problem?
I'm not wearing a mask all night.
We all wish you would.
Well, You don't got to be around me all day long. Megan loves this face.
Does she? What's that? The little mask just goes over your eyes like sunglasses. You don't have to wear like. What, you trying to put a bag over your head?
No, just like one of those old school you see like in 1800s, like those outfits.
But they're tiny. They're a little mask.
Well, I think mine was bigger. I don't know. I said I'm not doing that. And then it was like, so we're breaking up then. I go, yup.
Oh my God.
Well, she knew there was a lot of other issues besides.
What were the other issues? I hope it was something bad.
Not liking her at all.
The issue is that I didn't like her.
I mean, you give
Poor
some.
girl invites you to an event.
Trust me, you better side with me on this one.
Why?
Because
You have to give me details if you want me to side with you.
I don't have time to go through all that now.
What did she sleep with one of your brothers?
No, why would that be your first thing?
I don't, because I feel like that would upset you a lot. Like if Megan slept with one of your brothers, I feel like you'd be mad.
You're right. It would upset me.
Okay.
It's fair.
Hey, good detective work, Kenzie.
Thank you.
She also just could have been annoying, and I didn't have any feelings for her. And then the mask thing was just the final straw.
Did you sleep with her?
No.
You never slept with her?
No, it was an early on date thing. It was like that was another thing.
How many dates did you go on before she asked you to go to the masquerade ball?
5?
That's kind of a lot of dates.
I'm
you
surprised
didn't
you
get
didn't
laid?
sleep with her. Yeah. What are you, a loser?
You're saying this? Get out of here. Jeez.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll get you on the phones for Black Keys tickets and Clash with Kenzie in just about 3 minutes after sports.
The Q101 morning crew. Sports.
All right, well, the Cubs beat the Mariners yesterday 3-2 to take the series. Albert Alzolay, 3-2 win in the part of the pickoff they called safe and overturned it, but then they said it was okay, and that's how they win the game. Pretty awesome. Also, what's awesome is Shoto Imanaga, who first Cubs pitcher since 1909 to post a perfect ERA in his first career 3 starts.
Let's go, baby.
Now, Kenzie, I fell into a wormhole. I was talking to Case about this. So in 1909, it was a Cubs pitcher named King Cole.
That's fun.
It is, right?
I love that name.
I thought it was a rapper. And I was like...
King Cole?
King Cole.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So they named their kid King, huh?
I guess.
God,
Confident parents.
It worked out in this case, but sometimes, that doesn't sound as good. I don't want to give an example of a job, and someone's like, that's my job, so I'm not going to say it right. Never mind.
So I went a little wormhole on King Cole and found out he was born in Toledo, Ohio, like I was. I go, oh, my God.
And my mama.
And your mama.
Yeah.
Right. I said, wow, that's pretty cool. And then he died at 29 years old of lung cancer.
Oh, no. Hi, because of Toledo. I mean, there's a lot of plants there.
Well, that's all I could figure was in 1909, was this guy a pitcher for the Cubs and he worked in coal mines?
Isn't that still when they, smoked and played baseball at the same time,
He's
though?
always smoking on the mound.
Yeah.
You know he was smoking on the mound.
Yeah.
Just taking a cigarette and going and then throw a fastball.
The interesting thing about athletes is, from that time period, is that they don't look athletic.
No.
I'm like, okay, you look kind of like my uncle. I'm faster than all of them. It's just weird.
Yeah, poor guy died at 29. King Cole, but Shoto Imanaga
Back
beating
then, they're like, long life, huh? With the smoking.
It is funny because he used to say that, I'm an old man. I'm 32. It's like, jeez.
That's why they were
Social
getting
Security.
married at 14.
Yeah.
You had to get it in early. It's half your life.
So if you're, it's a nice day outside, you go on your back porch, light the grill out, pour one out for King Cole.
Please. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
That's right, his family. Michael Busch also homered in his 4th straight games. Cubs are rolling. The division's tough, though. They're not 4th. Just because the division's out of control.
A lot of games left. I wouldn't stress about it too much.
I don't know how I ended up looking at rankings so far. I probably should avoid that.
Oh my gosh, the division. I wouldn't worry about it.
Cubs,
be fine.
Cubs at the Diamondbacks tonight, so more late baseball. On the other side of the thing with rankings, the White Sox lost to the Reds 11-4. And listen, we're fair and balanced. These are just facts. I'm not dumping on the White Sox because I'm a Cubs fan. Case is a White Sox fan. He's very upset about all this. They're on pace to not only be the worst team in franchise history, they're on pace to be the worst team in modern baseball history. And we're talking about King Cole's era, 1901.
I was going to say, what are the ranges for modern baseball?
1901 to now.
Okay.
That's modern. 125 years.
It's a misuse of the word modern.
Yeah. They're on pace to be the second worst team in all of baseball history. If you just go back a little pre-modern to 1899, the Cleveland Spiders.
That's just weird to think someone was playing baseball when the year started with 18.
Well, they had nothing else to do.
I imagine swords. Like, I just imagine it being swords and castles.
Do you think everybody was sword fighting on Michigan Avenue?
Yeah. Like, anything, like, once you're 19, it was like, boom, normal. Immediately. Like, I don't know.
Cars.
I don't know how they went from, like, horses and castles to the, like, I don't know the time period.
Be nice to kind of get that timeline set up.
Don't you feel like 1800s? You're like, obviously, sword fighting.
No, I think of like the Civil War. I think of like muskets.
Muskets?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the musket time?
But a musket had a dagger on the end of it, like a mini sword.
Is that called a bayonet or is that something else? Yeah.
Good job, Case.
Thank you. Yeah, you know me, history.
Jeez, what time period are you from?
I'm a time traveler.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
The White Sox don't have any swords or any bats or anything or gloves or
No, they
anything.
don't have. They might as well just not show up.
They've been shut out 5 times, giving up 10-plus runs 3 times over a small sample. They're on pace to win 21 games right now.
They gave up 11 runs to the Reds 2 different times this weekend. That's hard to do.
I mean, the Reds are okay, but they're not like,
Exactly.
Honestly, it was super sunny over the weekend, though. It was hard to see.
Well, the
I'm
Reds,
trying to be positive. Very hard
the
to
Reds
see.
saw the ball pretty well. That's the problem.
It's like sponsored by Oakley or something. They have an advantage. It's very hard to see this weekend.
Royals, who are good, are on the south side tonight. So, beautiful night for baseball.
Yeah, no, it'll be awesome. The White Sox are calling him a pitcher from AAA who has a 7.7 ERA in AAA right now. It's awesome. I can't wait.
That's why you get those prospects, you see. You
Yeah, no,
trade the
is-
good players for guys like this to get up with a 7.7 ERA.
This is the Lance Lynn trade. This was a Dodgers prospect who the White Sox now have who has a 7.7 ERA in the minor leagues.
Well,
He may do good. He may.
You know what? He might live in the moment and get there.
Honestly, he probably doesn't feel a bunch of pressure, and he'll probably really excel because of that.
That's really a good point because when you go out
Honestly.
there and there's no pressure to do any, just show us something. Just get a
Yeah.
fastball.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, everyone's going to be like, oh, snap. He threw a strike? Like, I mean, he may feel really good.
Yeah. World Series, baby.
So,
And the city also late, since talking about the White Sox, denied now the Bears-White Sox combo stadium that there was one of the
thank
options.
God. And I say that for all of Chicagoans when it comes to, like, the tax money. That's, like, the fact that we're going to be paying for 2 stadiums is insanity.
It was going to be one complex, though. Like, I guess that was one idea.
I'm aware, but we're paying for the other stadium still. That's what I mean.
I understand, but when they make the new one, they're still going to probably agree to some kind of Sox stadium, either solo and maybe some kind of Bears stadium. And they better not put the tax dollar on it because we got tanks to buy. I'm telling you what.
Yes, our defense budget.
I'm telling you. They still owe $600 million on Soldier Field. We do, I should say, as taxpayers, and I think about $60 to $70 million on U.S. Cellular Guaranteed Rate Field, whatever the hell they call it now. Comiskey.
Comiskey.
Sox
Just say
Park.
Comiskey.
Yeah. I mean, that's 30 years ago it was built, and they still owe $60 million on it.
30 years?
This is what I say. The people that make these decisions, they're dead now. They don't care that they added this tax on for everything we do.
What do you do to them?
I didn't kill them. I'm just saying they outlived the stadiums they decided to build.
You got a sword fight in the 1800s, and now they're not here anymore.
They were probably big smokers, too, like King Cole.
That's the last game they went to.
The Bulls lost to the Knicks in the last game of the season, but doesn't matter. They clinched the home play-in game against the Hawks on Wednesday. So they did that Thursday, actually, but it's going to be Wednesday's game at the United Center. Tip-off at 6:30.
So again, just to explain this, because the NBA play-in tournament is new, the Bulls, if they lose, they're done. If they beat the Hawks, they will play the loser of the 76ers and the Heat. And the winner of that game will make the NBA playoffs.
That's so confusing. Why do they do it that way?
It's really a good system, but it is really hard to figure out the words to explain that.
Yeah.
It's not super complicated, but it sounds like a mousetrap. It's just a mess.
I got nothing out of that. I don't know how we do it.
Just hope the Bulls win.
Yes.
Just do that part.
I just wait. I'm like, oh, now we're in game 1. There we go. Caught up. I'll just wait till that happens.
Finally, the U.S. Olympian women track team is probably going to boycott the Olympics because they debuted their new outfits, Nike did, and they're really small in the bikini area. Like, you ever see the track athletes run? It looks like they're kind of wearing a bikini bottom in a way. I don't know any other way to describe that.
I think that's fair.
You've seen those?
Yeah.
And the guys are wearing, like, compression shorts or whatever. So the guys aren't wearing those, like, balls-out running shorts, you know?
Not like Clinton.
Like you see the guys.
I would love for the guys to also have to wear the bikini bottoms.
They should. Because these are ridiculous. And
So they got smaller? Is that what you're saying? It's like a thong?
It is almost. So it's even smaller than it already was. And I got to be honest, being naive, I always thought that the women wanted it that way because it made it, more aerodynamic or whatever when they run. But
It
apparently,
would be less aerodynamic. It'd be more skin out.
skin isn't aerodynamic. I
It moves. Mine does, unfortunately.
But, obviously they're not happy. Some of the girls are saying things like, well, my hoo-ha is going to be out. One of the track runners, so when they saw the outfits, they're like, wait, we're going to run in that?
Well, it's probably really going to affect their speed, but they have to stop and move it around and then start again.
Do a little crotch grab?
Yeah. That's probably going to be a whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, here's the outfits. There's a picture of it on a mannequin, but a mannequin doesn't have parts to expose.
Well, I need to see the back of it.
It's more.
Because I feel like that it's more the front.
They're worried about the front. The girls
That's
are.
interesting. Why would they make the front smaller?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q 101.
Well, before the battle begins, I want to put something out there, and this is going to be Brian brings bad news. Okay, that's what it's going to be. We have
Oh my God, who died?
No one died.
Oh.
So now it sounds bad.
I thought somebody died too.
Oh boy, was I worried.
Okay, listen.
What?
OJ died. Okay.
I know.
It's true. I still can't believe
Well,
it.
Dickie
You
Barrett.
can't giggle after you say that. Not good.
I can giggle. Dickie Barrett didn't know Friday when he came in here.
The singer of the Mighty Mighty Boss
He
Tones.
came in. He didn't know. After 24 hours of being news, he was like, he did?
Yeah. He asked
That
us.
sounds like me after the weekend when you guys are like, did you see what happened? I'm like, nope. It is not.
The funny thing was he said that, I was just home in the hotel room because they're on tour. And he goes, there was this OJ documentary on. And I go, oh, that's pretty interesting. I'll watch that. No idea why they were showing it. Okay, but here's the bad news. That OJ died. That's not that bad of news. The real bad news is we're not just going to give out the tickets anymore with Clash with Kenzie because Kenzie's so nice and generous. When she wins, she still gives the people the tickets. It's a very nice thing to do.
I like giving away stuff.
You're a very nice person.
We've gotten entirely too loose with the tickets. And because we always promoted that if people wait around, everybody listening will still have a chance at the tickets. So we got to bring the level of game up, the nervousness and tension, and bring your game up in trivia to beat Kenzie. That's why I'm doing this.
It's got to be competitive.
Yeah. So
Okay, so
I'm sorry,
I
Ben,
can't-
we're starting with you. But, go ahead, Kenzie.
Bad day for Ben. You
Sorry,
would have
Ben.
called Friday. You would have got the tickets.
Yes. Sorry, Ben. Ben's on the air right now with us coming from Crown Point. What's up, Ben?
Hey, how are we doing today?
Now, I'm being fair, right? Someone's got to be first, and it's just you, okay?
Unfortunate, but understandable. I've been trying to get on here for a long, long time, so happy to be here today.
Okay, good. 'Cause I
Please
think-
hope you're still happy at the end of this. Brian's trying to make sure you're not.
That's right. I just want to make it all fair and even how the game started and what the point of it was. And I think people have just
the
gotten
point of it.
because I think people have gotten to the
Like
point of
we're on a mission to change lives.
that's what the point of it was. And I also want people to really dig in their brain for these answers. I think we've gotten a lot of just I don't knows a lot lately, and you've got to try. Got that, Ben?
Got it.
Okay. So if Kenzie wins, remember, everybody listening should stay put, and then you'll have a chance at those tickets afterwards. So first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, Ben, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Ben. 1, 2, 3, call it.
Tails.
It is tails. So you won that.
Let's
Liar,
go.
let me see it.
All right, Ben, here we go. What university's nickname is the Crimson Tide?
Alabama.
Alabama's right, Ben. Good job. See, he used his brain. Kenzie, what university did Caitlin Clark attend during her collegiate career?
Iowa.
Iowa's right. She was on Saturday Night Live and killed it. We'll play that audio later in the show.
She was?
Oh, she was
I told you
hilarious.
I'd do anything over the weekend.
And she's alive. She's alive.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
She's going to get drafted tonight. WNBA draft is tonight.
Going,
It is?
she's going to Indiana.
That's right. Indiana Fever have the #1 pick.
And then Chicago will most likely
I know
get,
she's going to Indiana. She's been drafted yet.
because she's #1 overall pick. She's going to be number
Well,
one.
you don't know.
Well, we know Caleb Williams is coming to the Bears
Maybe they'll
next
just
week.
trade because that's what the Bears do. They just
Can
love
you
it.
imagine a WNBA first draft pick trade? Not.
We're trading back. We like the value at 4 instead of 1. we're gonna get a pick for next year too.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying.
That'd be amazing. Hey, Ben, you still there?
Yes, sir.
All right.
1-1 back to Ben.
Ben, Megan Fox starred alongside whom in the 2007 release of Transformers in that movie? Who was her co-star? 3?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, got it. There you go, Ben. Good job.
I love him. Even Stevens. He was hilarious.
Wait, what's that?
It's a Disney show, Even Stevens. You don't remember that show?
I don't.
He was also great in Holes. Did you ever see Holes?
As Stanley Yelnats?
Yes.
What's the movie about the neighbor? Disturbia.
Oh, that was good too.
He's really good.
My favorite Shia LaBeouf movie.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yes.
I love that. It has the Blake Lively lookalike in it.
Who is that? Damn it.
Who's Blake Lively?
No, the lookalike. I know who Blake Lively is.
Yeah. That's totally what they're going for because Blake Lively was at the height. It was like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and everything.
Yeah.
And then they casted this girl. You're like, is that Blake Lively? No.
They couldn't afford Blake.
Nope. Well, they had Shia LaBeouf.
Sarah Romer? Is
I
that
don't think
her?
she's been in anything else.
I don't know who it is. I barely know what Blake Lively looks like. I'll find it. We'll find it.
You're
2
really
to 1
missing
back to
out.
Kenzie.
She's blonde. You'd love her.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Kenzie,
Yeah.
what item does Red Robin promote as bottomless on their menu?
Fries. I don't even know the end of it.
Jeez.
Not onion rings. Found that out the hard way. I thought it was just all the sides. And I ordered onion rings, and I'm like, I'll take another. They're like, well, that's going to be like, whatever,
$7.
$6. Yeah. That sucks. Why aren't the onion rings bottomless?
You don't think about eating tons of onion rings.
That's
though.
true.
You know what I mean? Do you love? Could you eat like 15 onion rings?
Yes. I love onion rings.
When it's a good, crunchy, moist on the inside onion ring, it's great. But give me a couple of those and I'm good.
You like want a few onion rings.
Just a few.
They fill you up fast.
You can have like 3 Baconators, but you can't have a few onion rings?
Facts.
Okay.
Facts. That's me.
Well, I
All
gotta
right.
get my veggies in. This is what I onion rings.
Onion rings are your veggies.
2-2 back to Ben.
Ben, Jim Henson is the creator for what puppet-based children's show?
The Muppets.
The Muppets is right. 3-2. Back to Kenzie. Gene Simmons is a founding member of what rock and roll band?
Kiss.
Kiss is right. Who Dickie Barrett told him when OJ was on the Bronco chase in the
Yes.
trial when he got announced guilty. He told us in the podcast, by the way, if you can listen to it from Friday's show. Dickie Barrett goes, Gene Simmons, he was hanging out with him for some reason. He just said, let me tell you something, Dickie, he did it. He did it. He absolutely did it.
I know
I
them.
thought you
They
were
did
saying
it.
that OJ was listening to Kiss like the whole time, like during the to like motivate him.
You know how funny it would be in the Bronco chase if OJ's just going, I want to rock and roll.
That's what I
all
meant. I thought that's
night."
like what he was gonna say. I'm like, whoa.
Al, put it on again, Al.
Yeah,
While you're driving, just hit it back. Hit back, replay.
I want to hear Detroit Rock City, Al.
What were they listening to in the car? I know Al Collins was on the phone
Rock
with
and
the
roll all
police.
night kind of was it.
Was he flipping through the radio station?
I hope so. He's like, I didn't know No Doubt had a new track out. This Spider-Man song's pretty good.
He's like mad about commercials.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's 3-3. It's back to Ben.
Ben, the Campfire Milkshake has become a concession stand staple for what Major League Baseball team?
Is that the White Sox?
That's the White Sox. That's that big s'more shake that Case couldn't find at the stadium.
Nobody can find them.
Thank you. It's not just me.
Well, they're not getting much attendance at the games right now, and I don't think they can afford all the ingredients of
No,
it.
that's the problem. Is I went opening day. That was the one game people showed up to.
Yeah.
All right, 4-3. Back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what is stored at the depository in Fort Knox?
Oh, gold.
It's gold. That's
I
right.
always thought because I always thought it was weird. Like I never thought like there's a bunch of gold sitting around. Like why do we need gold still?
Also,
we send money digitally. You know what I mean? I haven't seen $1 in years. But we have bricks of gold.
we probably shouldn't have it in one place either.
That's known.
I know.
Like, guess where all of our gold is? I feel like that was a bad idea.
I mean, Google Maps will get me right there. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not. It should be hidden. We shouldn't know where all the gold is.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, real quick, before we ask the question, it's 4-4. Tyler checked in and said that OJ was listening to the ESPN radio broadcast of the NBA Finals during the Bronco chase, which is true. The Rockets were playing the Knicks in the NBA Finals while that chase was going on. So that's great info.
In the middle of the day?
It was in the evening. You gotta remember he was on the West Coast.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, exactly. So how about that?
Wait,
I
are you
think that
sure?
would be really stressful to have to drive like that and then listen to like details of sports.
Yeah, like what's Hakeem doing to Patrick Ewing right now?
Because when you listen to sports, you're trying to imagine it, but you got to kind of focus on the.
Yes. No, it happened during the same time because Bob Costas was cutting away from the NBA game to go to the OJ chase.
Oh.
I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
We know what else is crazy is it's 4-4.
Hey, nice tie-in.
Thank you. It's back to Ben. He can win Black Keys tickets if he gets this question right.
Okay, Ben.
Okay.
What ska band is best known for their hit, The Impression That I Get?
No doubt.
Oh, so close,
doubtful
Ben.
they get that right.
Oh, no. Kenzie for the win.
Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh, Mighty Boss Tones is right. Ben, I'm so sorry after making that proclamation that you are not getting them just because you're a nice person.
Keep in mind, Ben.
Unfortunate.
That was a Brian thing.
No, we're all team here.
Unfortunate.
Amen.
But, Ben, thank you, man. We appreciate you, okay?
Yes, thank you guys.
All right. Did a good job. We got to stick by some kind of standard, and that's what we're doing.
The good news is he can call right back because you're going to play a song. After the song, we'll hit God Bless the Baby, and he can. You want to do it right now?
No, I'll tell you what. We'll give. Let's go 7:50.
There you go.
10 minutes. We'll have your chance here.
And that gives Ben a lot of time.
Yeah, you can sit back,
Stretch his fingers out.
get something to eat. You can just go chill out. And coming back here, I'll say even this. I'll say 7:47. How about we do that? 7:47.
Like the Boeing plane.
That's right. Be here for your chance to.
And the show's falling apart, so it makes sense.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Hey, thanks for waiting or coming back, whatever you did. We appreciate you.
God bless the baby.
312-591-8300. Caller 10 right now is going to be at the Black Keys with special guest The Head and the Heart at the United Center on November 7th. Great show for the Madhouse, and Black Keys have done so many shows for us with Q101's Twisted Christmas, the best performance I've seen them even do not that long ago, just a few months back. And then just all the shows they've done overall over the years. The Lounge is up there at Q101.com, and, of course, our YouTube page. You can check it out from a few years back. It's one of the best lounges ever. So 312-591-8300. Calling right now to compete and for the other people against them since Kenzie won in Clash with Kenzie.
Yeah, baby.
Yay. 312-591-8300. Get in on it. So I mentioned this on Saturday Night Live. We had in sports and also in trivia about Caitlin Clark at Iowa. She was on Saturday Night Live, and it was hilarious. She jumped in there on the Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che, and he made a joke about women's sports, obviously with her knowing she's right there. Mm-hmm. And he said, no, I never say anything bad about women's sports or whatever. And then Colin Jost goes, oh, I've got the receipts. I'll play all your jokes about women's sports.
Oh, that's amazing.
So here is the first part of the audio. So this is Colin Jost basically just playing all this times Michael Che said something about women's sports.
A number of sports bars around the country are promising to only show women's basketball games during March Madness. The bars are known collectively as the empty ones. A new report claims that recent stories on the Sports Illustrated website were actually generated by AI. And it's already making glaring mistakes. For instance, it made up something called the WNBA. Iowa's Final Four game against UConn was the most watched women's college basketball game ever, with 14.2 million viewers, beating the previous record by 14.2 million viewers.
Wow. Colin with the receipts. Thanks, man.
No problem. Unlike Che, I support women.
Whoa! That was great. And so then she goes, why don't I write some jokes for you to read about yourself possibly? So then Michael Che read the jokes that Caitlin Clark wrote for him to read.
The Indiana Fever have the first pick in this Monday's draft. A reminder that Indiana Fever is a WNBA team and not what Michael Che gave to dozens of women at Purdue University. Netflix's top new show is Ripley, featuring an eerie, unsettling performance by actor Andrew Scott. Critics say it's the hardest thing to watch on Netflix since Michael Che's special Shame to Death.
Oh, man.
I like that one. There's more.
This year, Caitlin Clark broke the record for three-pointers in a single season, and I have three-pointers for Michael Che. 1B10. 2 funnier, 3 dumbass.
It was awesome. She was great. SNL was all good overall. One of the better ones recently that had a Beavis and Butthead thing on there, too, with Ryan Gosling. It was really good. But there you go. Keep calling for those tickets.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.